Yes, sir.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome world. The Great American Hip Hop Debate Podcast. I am the brother Burns. As always, to the left, I got the brother VS.
VS to the OP. You know what it mean. You know what it be.
Oh, we got saucy VS today. That's my least favorite VS.
Nah, that's your favorite. Yes, that's your favorite.
On the sofa, back from where the fuck were you last time?
Yeah, where'd you come?
You was on vacation. Yeah. Back from vacation. VAN.
Yeah.
My man Max Lowe, the hip hop trucker.
I'm another VAN.
Peace. What's going on, everybody?
And our special guest today, straight from Connecticut, Hartford Zone, the brother Marvalyss. Welcome.
What up, though?
We're gonna get into Marvalyss's music. You got a couple albums I got from Apple Music, and there was a small window where there was no music dropped. I'm assuming there was music dropped, but it was not on Apple Music.
Absolutely.
Okay, good. Yeah. So we're going to get to that. Before we get into all that good stuff, I like to start the show asking y'all, what were y'all bumping on the way up here? Let's start with the brother VS.
I was listening to, what the hell was I listening to?
Let's skip the brother VS.
Actually, no. I was listening
no more
to
PSOP for him.
I was listening to Alfredo. I've been listening to that a lot.
Damn,
Alfredo too. I like that. That's a really good album. That's a really. I'm waiting. You know what I'm waiting for more than anything? The Erykah Badu and Alchemist shit.
Oh, did you
Hell yeah, I'm definitely fucking with it.
That shit I'm waiting.
Did you hear the single?
That shit is dope too.
You like the single?
That, all that, the new fucking Mob single, all that shit.
Yo, that Mob single gave me goosebumps, B. I was like, oh shit. Because it's crazy. When it first started playing, I was like, all right, and then like literally 10 seconds in, I was like, what the fuck just hit me?
Yeah.
I heard that.
I was just like, oh shit.
Yeah, Havoc, bro. Havoc. That sounds like Havoc, yo. That sounds like Havoc. Because it's gonna be. Because supposedly it's gonna be.
One of my top fives, man.
Yeah, because supposedly it's gonna be all Havoc and Alchemist beats.
Yes.
That's it.
That's it.
The whole
Yeah.
album.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Havoc
And all unreleased Prodigy verses.
Right. Yeah.
You know they got mad shit in the fucking vault.
In the vault, yeah.
You know
That's
what
what Havoc was saying on his last interview and shit. He was saying that he's like, I got shit, and I know that Alchemist got mad shit that he recorded just with him on the side with by himself and shit. So
yeah, on his solos and shit like that. I can't wait, bro.
Yeah,
Mass Appeal has announced new Mobb Deep album Infinite
10-10, baby.
October 10. New Prodigy verses produced by
dope.
Havoc and Alchemist.
Yeah.
And when does the Erykah Badu album drop?
Supposedly after that.
That's a big help. Max Lowe, what were you playing on the way to the
I was
show?
playing a couple joints, Jamil Honesty and J.R. Swift's album, Memoirs. Some dude, I think he's from Detroit, Michigan somewhere, but his name is Mar, and it's under the 17th Cypher. Salute to her too, Harmony Quality. It's another dope album. But those are the two main joints I was rocking on the way here.
Nice. Brother Marvalyss, what were you playing on the way up here?
I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, man. We was listening to a whole mixture, like Tim's and a whole bunch of different stuff. Because honestly, I don't even really listen to a lot of hip hop, especially when I'm in the creative process. You know what I mean? I don't really tune into a lot until I'm done with my creative process. Then I'll go back and digest and listen to whatever I've been waiting to listen on. So
Yeah. Are you in creative process right now?
yeah.
Okay.
What are you working on?
Right now I'm working on a project called The Bastard's Masterpiece.
The Bastard's
Bastard's
Masterpiece.
Masterpiece.
That's a fire. yeah.
God damn.
That's a fire title.
Shit.
Album? Full album?
Yeah, full album. And I also I'm working on the follow up to Where the Sidewalk Ends. That was one of my favorite books coming up as a kid. So me and Acapella, we decided that we were going to do the trilogy. So the next one's going to be A Light in the Attic, and I don't have a date for it yet, but it's we working.
You're working on two at once?
Yeah.
Nice.
How do you differentiate what goes where?
Honestly, because like when the producers, when they're sending me, packs of records or whatnot, like literally I get into that zone, so I start picking, you know what I mean? And then I kind of separate, so when I'm working with Acapella, I know that these records are going for, late nights, early, Where the Sidewalk Ends or A Light in the Attic, you know what I mean? So I literally just kind of sift through, you know what I mean? I'll sit on some records, I'll come back to them, I'll circle back. The process is crazy I go through, you know what I mean? It's nuts, like, it's like real scatterbrain.
How many songs you got in the stash?
Oh, man.
Sounds like albums worth.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Wow.
Definitely.
This is your lady, yes?
Yes.
She witnesses everything.
Because I asked you and you looked at her, so she knows.
Yeah.
She witnesses everything.
Keeps, track.
Yeah.
You got your own.
Because honestly, when we in the room, I'm creating the creative process. You know what I'm saying? Like she's literally witnessing everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I be playing. You know, she might hear a beat 1,000 times. She know the verse better than I do. You know,
you missed this.
That's what's up, though.
Hell yeah. The Bastard's Masterpiece.
That's a fire fucking name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that have a release? Tentative release date?
honestly, I'm looking to probably release it before the year is over.
Oh, damn, nice. So
Yeah,
soon,
I've been working on it. Like I had late nights, early mornings too. I had that already wrapped up. You know, I released it on my birthday, the beginning of this year. And I was already working on the Bastard's Masterpiece. You know, once that I let that go, I was already working on that. Plus, A Light in the Attic with acapella. So,
the Bastard's Masterpiece. A bunch of producers, one producer.
honestly, this one's gonna be a few producers.
Few producers?
a few different ones. Yeah,
Nice.
Do you take beat submissions?
absolutely.
Where would someone send you beats if they were interested in?
Deadpoetmedia@gmail.com.
All producers.
Yes. I'll send
some beats.
Nah, that's a fact.
And then Instagram, do something.
For real,
He's gotta
please.
get something.
Yeah, man. Like,
some shit too,
it's
man.
inspiration. You know what I mean? So it's like, yo, I'm always taking submissions. I'm always looking to work. You know what I mean? And collaborate because for me, it's a love. It's the art. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's not about monetary shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Obviously, those guys that get into the position where you can actually capitalize and make a. But they have machines behind them.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Most of us independents, we don't have machines behind us. You know what I mean?
All skill.
Right.
Yeah.
Pretty much. You know what I mean? And groundwork. You know what I mean? Boots to the ground. Like we out here, really going and doing this shit for real because our music, that shit was never played on the radio.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I live by. So when I'm creating, I'm not making music for the masses per se. You know what I mean? I'm going in and I'm drawing. It's art for me. You know what I mean? Like it's what I love to do. Even if nobody ever listened to my shit, nobody ever tuned in, tapped in or nothing, I'd still be creating, putting out because that's what I love to do. It's just a love. You know what I mean?
Do you ever break? Like, do you ever take a break from creating? Probably not.
No. It's hard to because
as a
honestly,
true artist, right?
Yeah, as a creative, shit's always going. You know what I mean? Like it could be I'm scrolling through Facebook and I hear somebody else rapping on the beat, and the beat be inspiration. I'm going to look on YouTube as an instrumental. You know what I mean? Because now the juices are flowing and the shit starts turning, and I'm like, so honestly, never.
How exciting is that moment right there? Like you hear somebody rapping on a beat, and then you're like, oh, chill.
I could do that.
It's like
then you go look for the beat, then you find it.
Well, for us, our generation, right? It's like getting that Nintendo on Christmas morning in '85.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Shit.
Like that's what it's like every time because it's like like I said, it's inspiration. So you hear some record like holy shit. Like perfect example when you said you heard the new Mob.
Hell yeah.
When I heard that beat, I was like.
Hell yeah.
And then my engineer that recorded my late nights, early mornings, he messaged me with this. I was like, yo, I just heard it a few minutes ago. I was like, I swear to God, I wish I had production like this. And he was like, I'll see what I can do. You know what I mean? But for real, like that's really like how it is. It never stops.
Would you rap on that beat?
Absolutely.
Hell
But that mob
That
beat?
Mob beat?
That shit is fucking flammable.
Absolutely.
Yo.
No,
I
but
was
we were
like,
having a
holy
conversation last time about artists not really like putting out freestyles no more.
Or jacking beats.
Listen,
Yeah, like other people's beats. It's not. I don't know. I don't know if it fell out of fashion.
Nah, but he actually did it on the
Yeah.
last album. He did it on the last album.
But that was a rework beat. No?
What,
Nah.
the Black Jesus one or?
On late night, early mornings too.
Yeah,
oh, the J. Cole joint.
exactly. Yeah.
Wait, which one was the J. Cole joint?
The False Prophets.
Yeah, the False
Okay.
Prophets joint.
See, I don't
Yeah.
even listen to J. Cole to really know his beats.
But
Like,
really,
but
keep
actually-
it real. He got it from Joey Badass
Yeah.
from the
Oh, shit,
1999 fucking mixtape.
Yep.
Oh shit, I remember
But
the
it's
album.
the
I don't remember,
same
like,
beat,
every
or
song.
is a rework?
It actually Cole took jacked the whole shit, and
Yeah.
he did False Prophets,
Yep.
and then you in turn did.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
Yep. Absolutely.
See, I ain't even catch that beat either.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie. When I hear an album, I want to hear
And I'm the
like
one.
new beats though. Like I don't want to hear something that's close to like a fucking old Pheromone song. Like he already
Right.
destroyed it.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's just me. I'm like very.
you're
like,
talking about
fucking-
Mob though.
Huh?
You're talking about
No, I'm talking about in general. Like anybody who
right.
drops albums, like I don't want to hear an album and you got like 4 songs that are fucking like already used beats, industry beats.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like I'm not into that. Like it's like kind of
Right.
it kind of kills the song for me already. I'm
What-
like,
what
you know,
Nah.
you rip it up and shit. I'm like, fuck though. It's like I already heard this beat for
but
years.
think about it though. Think about it. There's been cases where somebody took a beat and made it their own. Like somebody took the shit and made it their own.
Cannabis did that on 97.
That's one example.
Mentality.
Yeah.
97
I
mentality.
mean, to me, cannabis. That's cannabis's beat.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Capadonna's beat.
Yeah, ain't Capadonna's no more.
No more. We jacked
Yeah.
that shit for real.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I'm
a
saying?
fact.
There's been a few examples of that.
yes, but you can't. Wait, what are you talking about? There's been a few examples of people taking a beat and making it their own beat.
Like
just
basically,
making it better.
like it was a song before, and then you went on and rapped on it. And nobody listens to the other song no more. Now they listen to your shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It happens.
Give me another example. I'll give you one.
Go ahead.
Deep cover.
Twins?
Fat Joe. Yeah,
I don't know. I
that
still
one
look
better
for
too.
the old one, bro. The old
Really?
ones, and
But-
the old one's hard
but
to find.
I love the
Not
old one, but
equal percentage.
I like the pun and Joe better.
Yeah,
It's just
Yeah,
fun.
nah,
It's
yeah,
just
because
fun.
yeah.
If you look for the old one, it's 10% of the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, the Twins deep cover that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just the
Yeah.
way they just
That's the
rhymed
one I
on
think
that
of.
shit. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's pun. It's like pun was unfuckwittable.
I remember buying that album
Yeah, that's my-
and
yeah, that's
reading
my
the
guy.
shit
And being
and wanting
and-
to skip to it, but you don't want to. You
Yeah,
know when you first listen to an
yeah,
album,
yeah.
you want to listen to the
Yeah,
album,
boom,
but you're reading the
boom,
shit and you're like,
yeah.
oh shit, deep cover? What the fuck? Oh, I can't wait to get to this song. That's the excitement, bro.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
do a jacket for beats though. I did honestly.
Please.
Word.
We need
I
that.
That'd
did
be dope
one
as
already.
fuck.
As a matter of fact, I did. It's called The Blackout. It's on my SoundCloud.
Oh,
And did a visual, way back, but it's called The Blackout. And literally, I took a whole bunch of primo joints. I cut them up. You know what I mean? And I think I gave them, I don't know, like 100 bars. That was the goal. You know what I'm saying? So I did that, and I'm gonna do it again. But this time, I do it with different producers, my favorite producers. I know it sounds crazy, but Jay Dilla is my favorite producer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's
I
there.
mean, a lot of people is.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
He's
not
there,
crazy
and
at all,
then
yeah.
Primo's right underneath that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I'm gonna do another jacket for beats, but with Jay Dilla joints. You know what I mean?
and that would be the second one?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, you might as well do a
Yeah, why
series.
not?
Oh yeah, keep it like that. Yeah.
Again, nobody's really doing it now, and I think that's some shit that is missing. We grew up on
Facts.
that. We love that.
Facts.
I mean the mixtapes and all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clue over here. What,
That's
J
how you
Mob,
know, between albums, that's how they used to keep us
salivating.
anxious and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Satiated.
So that's missing. When you complete a new song, you record at home?
Yeah, for the most part.
When you complete a new song, and that's just fire.
You hear that
and
shit
it's
like a
3
million
a.m.
times.
You feel me?
Fucking
Who you hitting up to listen to it at 3 a.m.? Is the missus? You're waking her up?
Nah, because we be having to be up early. Nah, but honestly, like if I go crazy and I put together a record or whatnot, like if it's too crazy, like I just send it out to my close peoples. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So like my other producer friends that not even produce the record, but I'll be like, yo, y'all gotta hear this shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
I'll just spam email people and be like, yo, and then wake up to it. You know what I mean? In the morning, like, all right, yo, did that shit crazy? Yo. Yeah.
That,
And inbox people.
that's another dope feeling
Hell yeah.
for a
Absolutely.
creative.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
When you
Once
know you got one.
right, when you know you got one, it's like, yeah.
But it'd be late and you don't know who to.
Fuck
No, 'cause
that,
you
bro.
want like shit.
You don't want to sit on the shit. I just I'm like, all right, let me just send it out. Let me just start putting it in people's inboxes.
Yeah.
Yup. Facts.
All right, let's get into the album. Late Nights, Early Mornings 2, The Ill Scott Files.
Mm-hmm.
What's this part 2? But what was the inspiration on the title of the project?
Honestly, because that's when I do a lot of my creating. You know what I mean? A lot of my shit go on late nights. You know what I'm saying? And early mornings. I get up. You know, I'm an early bird. You know what I mean? So I'm programmed. I'm up at 5 o'clock every morning, whether I want to be or not. You know what I mean? So
Facts.
a lot of my creation go on either late nights or early mornings. You know what I'm saying? And that was really pretty much the meaning behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like.
And Ill Scott?
I was just gonna ask that. Is that Jill Scott?
Gil
Era?
Scott.
Yeah,
Gil
yeah.
Scott Heron.
Yeah,
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 Gil
it's
Scott
one
Heron.
of my
Yeah.
favorites, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I just kind of took his name and remixed it because I just tried to be different from, what everybody else is doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The whole Dead Poet Society, that was pretty much, it's based around most of the great poets aren't living anymore. You know what I
Exactly,
mean?
yeah.
So when I came up with that, it was just the thought of like, yo, Dead Poet Society, a bunch of MCs, we're poets, and this is what we do. So like literally it was just a situation where it was like, yo, I just wanted to be different. So it's like Gil Scott's my favorite. Ill Scott Heron, I felt like it was ill play on it, and
True.
I just been running with it.
Super creative. Blaxploitation starts the album. So I have notes on every song because I listen to the album. The beat is hard, right? And then somewhere in there you say, "Who nicer than me?" Capital fucking MARV, but you deliver it with like such vigor. And I'm like, oh yeah, this gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Appreciate
Not only that, but you talk some real grown man shit though. Like you on your real shit though.
yeah. It's definitely
Like-
deep bars.
Like there's hardly any time for bullshit. Like there's no, how could I put it? I don't. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. There's no filler.
Nah, that wasn't. Yeah, I didn't set out. You know what I mean, to give people. Like, my whole thing is that as an artist, you know what I'm saying? If you're going to have people take you seriously and I want people to tune in and buy into what I'm doing, my goal is there to go in and give you my heart and my soul and give you my all and do the best that I can to give you the best product possible. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then once I put it out to the people, like, I want just to absorb it, listen to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't got to herald it. You don't got to, you know what I mean? I don't got to be the greatest rapper alive. I'm giving you life from my view, my perspective. You know what I'm saying? Shit that I've gone through, things that I'm going through. You know what I mean? Stuff that's around me, people that I know that are going through things. Like, I'm giving you that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is grown. I'm not a kid anymore. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. You know, when I was younger, it was more ego-driven and braggadocio. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It was like, I gotta show.
Definitely it.
Right. You know, I'm trying to show people that, Marv can spit. I've done that already.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I really have. I've done that already. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, now at this point, what am I giving to the people? If it can't be real, then I don't even want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, and that's the thing too that I think like, because everybody got on Andre 3000 when he said he got nothing to talk about.
Right.
But in a way, for his case at least, he actually had nothing to say. That doesn't mean you don't.
Right.
You know, you could keep going and shit.
Right.
Like this shit, there's no limit to it. You know what I mean?
But as an artist, I respect his standpoint.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Because where most people are like, oh, well, come on, 3 Stacks. But how many albums and songs have they given us?
Yeah, classics.
True, yeah.
Right.
You know,
Classics.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so if he's at the point where it's like, yo, I don't have nothing to say, respect it.
Yeah.
I don't have nothing to say.
Yeah.
I would respect that more than you coming out here putting out
Clowning.
music, right? Having us going to go support some bullshit. You know what I mean? I don't want to go spend $15.99 in the album that you put 25% in.
True indeed.
Yeah.
So
Money grab and
right,
shit.
leave it like that. You know?
Yeah.
The sad thing is with a dope artist like that is that if he were to drop a verse tomorrow on, let's say,
The world would go
a Nas
nuts.
album, the world will go nuts
Didn't he have
for
a
about a
verse?
week,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah, it's short lived.
Yeah.
It's
And
very
then
short
it's
lived.
like,
What was that
Everybody
verse
goes
he
back
did?
to normal.
He did a
It's- yeah,
verse
it's
on
microwave.
an album. Whose verse was it that he did after he said he had nothing to talk about? He did a verse on somebody's joint and everybody was talking about the verse.
Last
Like,
I remember, he did the
said, I
Kanye
didn't remember
verse
the
Right.
on
I
the
forgot
Donda
I don't
shit.
even
fucking
remember
song
that.
was on.
Yeah.
God damn.
It's so
Oh,
mic-
Killer Mike shit.
on
Oh,
Killer
the
Mike
Killer
Yeah.
Mike
album?
shit, the Michael joint, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah,
Yeah,
there we
yeah,
go.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. It was a dope fucking album
It
too.
was.
See, and people don't even remember that.
They
that
don't.
he
Yeah,
did
see,
that
I
shit.
had to remember because I'm just a fucking nerd.
That's
like that, you know
crazy.
what I'm saying?
That's
It's so
Fucking nerd.
microwave, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
real talk, like music is so different now. It's so microwave. You know, people don't digest anything. It's not, I don't feel like there's any real fans anymore. You know what I mean? I feel like everybody wants to just critique something. You know what I mean? Like, instead of absorbing it, like me, an album comes out, like, yo, in the first week, I don't have an opinion on whether it's a classic or not.
Yeah, nah,
Right.
hell
You know
no.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't. Like, I need to absorb this. You know, we come from an era where, bro, we used to line up at Sam Goody. We used to line up, you know what I mean?
The Wiz.
Right, at the Wiz. You know what I mean?
We had our own little mom and pop place, but yeah,
Right, you know what I
one
mean?
of the best places.
Right,
Yeah,
we used to
hell yeah.
line up at the record stores on every Tuesday.
Every
to
Tuesday
get an
back then
album.
was
We were just talking
Right.
about it outside.
Yeah, we were literally just talking about that.
And we were
too.
playing the albums for
for a year
years.
almost.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I know we came in an era where there wasn't social media. You know what I'm saying? So I know that plays a major part in the
Right.
reason why things are so microwave and popcorn, because the mentality for people is microwave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, a lot of shit didn't drop the way it does now. Now
Right.
every weekend, sometimes I'm like, yo, for my getting
Every
on Sunday,
weekend,
I got like
every-
15 albums.
Every
You know what I'm
day,
saying?
bro.
It's like, but you know, out
But
of those
that's-
15, I might dissect really hard like 6.
Right.
You know, the rest
And
of them is
even
just more
that-
like, yeah, I'm gonna show you love because I do like the album, but I'm gonna dissect this shit more because this is the shit right off the
Right.
rip that I'm feeling more. You know what I mean?
But
So-
even that's a lot, Max.
It's a lot,
6
like a
albums
motherfucker.
in a weekend
Yeah,
to digest.
yeah, I mean-
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right, that's a lot.
When I'm driving,
I-
I be fucking listening. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? A lot.
But that's why, like, you
But-
asked me what I'm listening to. That's why I keep, because I really like that. I
But I
dig that
think
album.
we're the last of basically a dying breed
Absolutely.
when it comes to how
But
we
also-
absorb and retain music.
Also, but we're also still listening to newer music. We're also the 2%. You know what I'm saying? Because 98% of people stick to what they know and what they like grew up on.
Oh
Where
yeah,
the
we
other-
still listen to new music.
Yeah. We seek out new shit.
But we listen to
So
it
indeed.
differently.
I've been doing that shit for
Yeah.
years.
For example, you and the Alfredo album,
yeah.
the vast majority of people have moved on.
True. I get it. I get
We're
what you're
the
saying.
last-
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like that
yeah.
album a lot.
Yeah.
But we're the
Too,
last
though,
of
yeah.
that. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
where
yeah.
we'll
I get
listen
it.
to an album for
Right.
a month if we
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
And
There's
you know,
just so
and then
much of
2
it.
years from now,
Yeah.
even go back to it.
Yeah.
You can just skip right through and go to the next and go to the
True.
next and go to the next. And it's, you know what I mean? And guys like West Side Gun, I love them to death, but you know what I mean? They didn't make it any better because you dropping so much music, bro.
Yeah.
You got like 15 albums
Saturated.
already.
They're
It
saturated.
just
Yeah.
came out. Like,
Right, you
Yeah.
oversaturate in the market, bro. You
Yeah.
know what
That's
I
what
mean?
it is. Yeah, that's
Right,
exactly what
you
it
know what
is,
I'm
yeah.
saying? So it's like, and the y'all dudes are, you know, but I respect what they do because at the same
day.
time, you know, it's always a dichotomy because, you know, these guys, you get a chance and opportunity, you don't want to waste it.
Yeah.
So you want to give the people as much as you can before
True,
your
yeah,
15
yeah.
minutes of fame is gone.
Yeah.
Because again, in this climate of what we do, it comes and goes so fast.
Yeah.
Before you know it, people won't be talking about Griselda anymore.
Also, that's what this guy West Side Gun realizes. He's like, I gotta keep putting work out because
Right.
if not, we can't go away for a week. Because if we're gone for a week, we're
It's-
gone forever.
right.
He's gonna be good in a couple of years and
Yeah.
never have to make music again.
Right.
'cause
You
he
know what I'm
knows
saying? So-
what
Well,
the-
he's also smart enough to branch
What's
off
that
into
called?
other shit.
Right. and
Besides the
Yeah.
beat.
right.
Yeah, like wrestling, everything.
The
like,
wrestling,
he's
the
a
burn.
businessman,
But it's got to
man.
be
As
a
businessman,
constant
he's a
output.
genius.
It's
Yeah,
got to be a
that's the other
constant
part of
output.
it, you know what I mean?
You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
That's a
absolutely.
genius businessman right
That's
there, man.
Absolutely.
that's part of the difficulty of being an artist today. That you have
He knows
to
the
It
algorithm.
is.
That's
Yeah.
the word I was looking for.
It
How to
is,
do,
the
like how to
algorithm.
put out and shit like that. He knows
Yeah.
exactly what he's doing. That's it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Put out 2 a year and he's gone in a week, in a fucking hour. All the albums are sold.
And like we were talking
Yeah,
about
and then
before.
he merches every.
Yeah,
every
That's what I was just gonna say.
Baby,
What we were
yeah.
talking about before, cornering the merch market. He did that. You know what I'm saying? Like he
Right.
killed that shit.
Right. Absolutely.
And his merch ain't cheap.
Nah,
That's the
hell
other
nah,
thing.
it's
But
That's
he
the
not.
knows
other
that he's
thing.
gonna sell too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's why he charges what he charges because he
Absolutely.
knows
Yeah,
people are gonna
ain't
buy
mad
it
at him.
regardless of whatever the price tag
ain't
is.
mad at
Right. I'm looking at those Scorpion sweatshirts, bro. Them shit's like 300 of them for a sweatshirt. Like, bro.
On some
Ain't
designer
no
shit.
Right.
On some
feel me?
on
Real
some
talk.
on some quasi
Nah, but
designer
salute
shit.
Right.
You know what
And
I'm saying?
But I respect it. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
you respect the hustle.
Yeah, of
Right. You got to respect the hustle because, again, those opportunities don't come and it,
You got it. Take
right.
advantage of that.
Take
shit, bro.
advantage. You know
Hell
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
If I
And
had that
did-
opportunity, I'm taking
Right.
advantage
Take
of it. But I would
advantage
not.
of it.
Well, how do I say? Go against what I truly am. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh,
like
yeah,
what
you
I-
You would
Sell,
keep
you
you
don't
would
sell.
keep
Like,
your
I wouldn't go,
integrity.
like,
Yeah, yeah.
like,
You would keep your
like,
integrity,
I'll
yeah.
keep it, yeah, like.
Yeah. I think he's done a good job of that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
he's
no,
been the same since he's
yeah,
come out.
Right.
yeah. He hasn't changed.
Nah.
And
He
you know,
hasn't- he hasn't.
I've heard him say what he used to listen to when he was young. He's our age, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, he
yeah.
was listening to nonfiction, like underground motherfuckers
Yeah.
that I was listening to at like
Right.
16, OC, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
real motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why his beats sound like that and shit. Like
Right.
that.
No,
You know
his
what I mean?
ear
Like,
is great. Like
yeah,
No,
his
yeah,
beat-
the
his
way-
A&R shit is fire.
The way he puts stuff together and curates stuff, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. He's got an impeccable eye and ear for things like that.
Yeah. Even for talent too. 'Cause
Yeah, that's what I
the
mean,
people
yeah,
that
that's
he's
what I
put
mean.
out, even other than Benny and
He's got this
Conway.
guy ready to go. Everybody's waiting. No, this guy,
Stove guy.
Stove guy?
Stove guy.
Stove
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He played some shit on Fat Joe and Jada.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
that track is on the album. I heard it like 2 years ago when it first came
real?
out. But yeah, that track is fire though.
Yo,
yeah.
that it was crazy.
What?
I
It was
listening
on
like,
Reasonable
whoa.
Drought.
No, it was on another one. Fuck, I forgot the name of it because he dropped it and then he took it off. But I remember downloading it. You know what I'm saying? And I have it.
Wasn't that the one he was trying to sell for $1 million?
I don't know. Was it?
Yeah, he was
Fucking
trying to sell like a
delusional with
mixtape
that
for $1
shit.
million
That's
or
a
some
move,
shit
though.
like
See,
that.
I don't know,
A
million?
mixtape?
that's
No,
crazy.
Yeah,
not
for
a
$1 million.
Wait, wait.
Yeah, nah.
I mean, that's kind of the
Some shit like that.
But,
Right, a little bit.
Hey, yo, if you got it off, shit.
He got that
Right.
idea
You.
from Nipsey though.
Right, you're not Wu-Tang, bro.
Yeah,
Well,
they're the only ones I heard got
yeah.
that one off.
Right.
What was
Nipsey
homeboy's
sold
name?
$100
Martin,
mixtape.
whatever.
Yeah.
I think
Shemer, Schrader, some shit. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Scarelli.
Martin
What
Shkreli.
is it?
Martin Shkreli.
Yeah, there you go.
There it
Martin
is.
Shkreli.
But
The Fratellis.
Chance the Rapper got $500,000 for his mixtape from Apple. So
Nice.
If
but you know the whole
if you
thing-
find somebody who can profit more than whatever they're paying you for,
Hell yeah.
you might could get it off.
Yeah.
See, I think those guys were just a little different though. You know what I mean? Like as far as like their demographic and where they're from. Because Nipsey had a hold on the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, dudes was out there getting love. All right, yo, listen, I'm selling this mixtape for $100. You know what I mean? Plus, industry dudes already rock with him too. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that was a hard sell because I love Nipsey Hussle, man. That's like, well, he like one of my favorites too. You know what I'm saying? He's not over complex. It's not, you know what I mean? But it's straight into the point.
Very direct,
raw, like,
yeah.
narrative, like
He's
real
raw,
shit. Like,
Very direct.
Straight into the point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I like Nipsey. I think he could do that. Chance the Rapper, his demographic, where he was from. You know what I mean? You know, because these places they be looking for the next thing. You know what I mean? So people are willing to buy into that. Stove God is ill, but there's just a lot of Buffalo shit going on, and from you that Rochester, you know what I mean? That area and whatnot. So it's like, I mean, like you said, if he could get it off.
Do it, yeah.
Do it.
I mean, I look at it like if you told me that shit, I'd be, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like,
Well, it's also timing too, right?
I mean,
Because
everything's timing.
Nipsey with the CDs,
Timing is
Chance
everything.
got lucky with the DSP war.
Right.
Plus,
and that's what I'm
plus,
saying.
Stove God is hot because he was on the Clips album. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So-
but even
well, he was
like,
already getting mad.
And he was on one of the best. And he,
cooking
yeah,
before
yeah.
Reasonable Drop.
But I'm saying,
I had
though-
people from like my homies from down south, from like Georgia and shit. They're like, "Yo, this is classic." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Rock Marcy
Yeah.
produced
That
the
Rock
whole
Marcy
shit.
produced the whole shit, but these are
Yeah.
the same dudes that don't like Rock Marcy. I'm like, wait, what? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like
It was a great album,
that's
though.
Like that's
You can't
Rock
front. It
Marcy's
was a great
little,
album.
was.
I know you didn't like it too much, but I thought it was a great album.
yeah,
The
it
what?
wasn't it?
Reasonable drop.
Yeah, it was a dope album. I'm not gonna say it's like no classic or anything, but
Nah,
it was a dope
nah.
album. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely a
absolutely.
dope
I
album.
agree.
Alright.
He's just mad because they call it Reasonable Drought.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
Reasonable
You-
Doubt. know
I
that's
think
the goat.
you're already putting a lot of pressure on
Yes,
yourself.
exactly.
Stove God
Yeah,
himself, as the artist, is already putting a lot of pressure on himself and inviting a lot of hate with just the title.
Right.
But if he's willing to face it and the product is good enough, then who the fuck
I thought the
cares?
product proved
Nah,
itself.
Project was
so,
dope.
yeah.
Dope was- I thought it was
That
very
shit probably
dope, yeah.
brought extra ears to it because
'Cause of
people
the name.
wanted to
Because
hate
of the name
on
Yeah,
it.
without a doubt.
yeah.
I think
Absolutely.
that's
It's all
always
about
a part of it too, though.
Yeah.
It's
The
like-
marketing.
The marketing.
Marketing
Right.
scheme.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, honestly, because like, yeah, when I used to sit down and like when I sit down with Apathy, and like I would go
Nice.
to the studio with him, and I'd be in the studio, and he would be, you know, giving me little jewelry, and you know, one of those things is it was like, yo, you know, release date things. You know, when you're releasing an album, you want to release it on a date where everybody remembers. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't have to necessarily be one of the famous dates. You know what I'm saying? It could just be a date that everybody registers and remembers, and you know, you do things like that to get people to pay attention. You know what I'm saying? So
Shit.
yeah, market it.
Look at Blueprint, fucking 9/11.
I was just gonna
Right.
say
That's
he
probably
lucked
one of the
out.
most
He lucked
crazy
out.
release
He
dates,
lucked
like,
out.
Craziest ever.
Yo, for real.
And God, you know, like God
But
bless.
again,
but, you know.
you know, thinking about, you know, everything when it happened, 9/11, right? This is Jay-Z. You know, at the time, pretty much, you know, ain't nobody else really doing nothing more major than him at the time.
Yeah.
You know, and why? Nobody.
Yeah,
Keep
I mean,
it a step.
Nas. I mean, but
No, but
it
I'm
was
just,
more like
but,
like more.
no, because what I'm saying is that think about it. Before Jay-Z challenged Nas,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Stillmatic didn't come out. You know what I mean?
It didn't
So-
come out yet. Yeah, you're right.
you know
You're
what I
right.
mean?
Before
So,
that, yeah,
Nas
right.
was
So
cold.
before all
Yeah.
of that, like when you talking about marketing, you know, the 9/11 Jay-Z, the Blueprint, that's a classic album. You know what I mean? And you drop it on 9/11, people are.
And like he dropped it not even knowing that shit was gonna fucking happen.
Right,
That's
and
crazy.
that's
B.
the-
like,
right.
And not like, come on, like that.
And
was
plus,
shit.
Right.
like the
Maybe
whole
he
thing,
didn't know, I don't
the
know.
whole thing about the album being done in a weekend and shit, like the whole thing being recorded and
the
done in,
Blueprint
yeah,
joint?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
it
Shit,
was
I
done in
never
a
even
week,
heard that.
Yeah,
yeah,
he recorded 6 songs in a weekend.
in a weekend, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking dope.
But it's Hove, yo.
Right.
And the
That's what
reason
I'm
I say
saying.
that
I
is
get it.
because
he's definitely one of the illest, man.
the reason I say that is because Fab dropped his debut album that same day, and nobody
Yeah.
talks about it.
Nobody talked about it.
Nobody relates it to 9/11.
Not at all.
Right.
Hove
even know the
being
name of it.
Hove took advantage.
He
of
capitalized on
9/11.
it. Yeah, he
dropped the
capitalized.
9/11 freestyle like 4 or 5 days later.
Facts.
So again, the marketing he
Yeah,
took
yeah. He was able to
he
recognize.
took advantage of a
Yeah.
tragedy, and now
Right.
he's forever connected to.
He is, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be smart, bro.
He actually talked about it on the album afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Back to the album. Now that you explained the Ill Scott files, the album actually makes more sense to me. So on number 2, Gil Scott's Diary.
It's one of the best tracks.
Something you were just talking about earlier, right? When you were young, a little more braggadocio, a little more flashy, probably a little more, like all of us, probably a little more disrespectful.
Yeah, absolutely.
So on this song, you say you call them bitches, but now I prefer to call them young girls lost. And now that we've begun speaking about the album, that's a perfect example of the maturity and the growth of the man and the artist. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that was a fire track. Number 3, Wrong Way Home. The bum still beefing. Half these married women still cheating. I'm like, yeah, that's...
It's a fact.
Fuck, yeah.
It's a fact of life. You know what I'm saying?
How long did it take you to make this project?
Honestly, it probably was in the works for about 2 years.
And when you...
Right.
Yeah.
My fault. Better? I moved too much.
It probably was in the...
all I heard was, ah.
He's like, stop.
Yeah, probably for about 2 years. Because my producer, Anu, what happened is that when I linked up with him and he started producing, we started going through tracks and whatnot. You know, it was a learning process. A lot of the tracks, like, he was just going in, he was just raw with it. You know what I mean? So he had the talent, but he didn't know how to formulate, you know what I mean, a track, break it down, you know what I'm saying? Put everything on different channels and mix, and you know what I mean? So a lot of the records that I had that really connected the project together, I couldn't use, you know what I mean? Because we couldn't salvage them, because like some of the things like the bass or the treble, you know, stuff like that was so high, we couldn't do nothing with it, you know what I mean? And my engineers, they're A1, you know what I mean? So when it comes to like maneuvering and, you know, manipulating stuff, they can, you know, for the most part, but that stuff, it wasn't salvageable.
Damn, it was that.
Yeah,
crazy.
so, you know, it was just a process of the records that we could use and we could work with. I worked with those, and then I kind of leaned on a couple of outside producers to tie in as well, and I produced a couple tracks on there myself. You know what I mean? So
you got some tracks from that album in the vault that didn't make it.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you started the album recording process, did you know that it was going to be the Ill Scott Files and it was going to have this theme to it?
Yeah, because like literally, like what happened is that the Late Nights, Early Mornings, that the first album that I dropped, which is on Bandcamp, that was produced solely by my guys, Sprezzo the Puppeteer, out in France. So what happened is that at the time when I dropped the first one, you know, like they were hyped up because I dropped, you know what I mean? We put together a project and it did okay, you know, for the time that it came out, it did okay, you know what I mean? So they were hyped up and wanted me to go right back in and drop another one. And I was like, yo, hold on. I want to work with other producers. You know what I'm saying? I want to do other things. I'm not telling you a part 2 won't happen, but I just don't want to do it back to back. You know what I mean? So me and him kind of fell out or whatnot, and a lot of, because you know, I understand, I get it from both sides. You know what I mean? Like you're hype, you're anticipating. You know what I mean? You're ready to get back to work because this project was successful, and you know other people are knocking on your door now and different. I get it, but as an artist, it's like like at the time, you know, I really wanted to branch out and start working because I had a whole list of different producers that were in my corner. You know what I mean? At the time, I had my home team, so my man Dirty Jokers from Hartford, Connecticut was producing. My two dudes, Ralphio and Young C, Royce Music Group. You know what I mean? They were working with all types of dudes in the industry. That's how I got features with Torre and, you know, different individuals. So, you know, I was expanding, you know, and I was just like, yo, I'll circle back, bro. We'll get it cracking, but just not right then and there. And, you know, so with this project, once I got Afro to be on Where the Sidewalk Ends. And from that, I got an idea. I was like, yo, you know what? I put together this little smoked out event, you know what I mean, where it had vendors and DJ artists come perform or whatnot. But the theme was just, you know, everybody come through, get high and shit. So I had Afro come down and perform. And my producer knew, the one that worked on this project with me, I met him then. But like I said, he was so raw, you know, and certain things we couldn't use, so we had to go back in the lab. But it came together, you know what I mean? Because eventually through him learning and getting nice, like, he started sending me more records. So, like, the joint on there that he produced, Lion Stare, A Wise Man Said, you know, a few joints. And I'm like, okay, when he started sending me, I'm like, ooh, yes. Right up my alley. You know what I mean? Like, let's go.
And they fit the aesthetic of the album.
Right. You know what I mean? So, like, when I went in, the records that he was sending me, you know, we had already talked about it. So, a lot of it, when he said it, I'm like, ooh, okay, all right, yeah. You know what I mean? And that's how I kind of put it together. So yeah, about 2 years, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
What about the skits? Is your producer selecting those? Are you selecting those, or is it collaborative?
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. When y'all hear an album from me, everything that you hear, like honestly, I arrange it, put it together. Like the only thing that happens is I go record the records, they mix it down or whatnot. But arranging the albums, skits, all of that, I do it all myself.
Nice. Let me see. Save the World.
It's my favorite verse on the album. That first verse.
That's my favorite song on the album, but I don't know if you're gonna agree with why. But to me, that's your most marketable joint, right? That's your most commercial, pardon the word, but that's your most commercial joint. Like that shit, I don't know. I see it like in a commercial or like a trailer or something.
The Save the World, like
like Sunny,
I like the way you
fucking,
use it, and then you rhyme off of it, like you're going through your verse, and then boom, it's Save the World. I would save it, like you know what I'm saying. Like I love the way you mix that into it.
But why would you think he would disagree with that?
Not every artist wants to be labeled as commercial.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
commercial dollars is nice.
Yeah, for me, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
I think that's a fire track. Like
I appreciate because
is there visuals to this song?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Yeah,
we need.
I'm working on some stuff, but like with that record, like, and I understand exactly what you're saying. You know what I mean? It's my most marketable song. When I went into it, you have to think about everyone. You know what I mean? Like I can make a whole album full of hardcore shit, but I know that again, in order to get people to tune in and listen, sometimes you gotta, you know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta think outside the box. I know that she would listen to Save the World probably way more than she would listen to Full Metal Jackets.
That's my shit.
You know what I'm saying?
I love that. That's one of my favorites.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
But yeah, of course, absolutely.
I've been here before more than she would listen to. You know what I mean? Me and Blackistan on how you know what I mean?
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Like rest in peace.
Rest in peace of Black.
Word.
Man.
My brother, man. Rest in peace, bro.
But you said some shit on this track though on Save the World, man. I wrote a couple of things down. You know what I mean? We were like, instead of dream chasing, they listen to dream chasers and chase everything that the devil put here to keep us captive. Look at the masses, how they follow trends, seeking validation from the emptiest souls, destined for hollowed ends. And then the little, if I could save the world, and then you jump back in, then I would make some ends, building a gorgeous fortress. Show love to the homeless so I could take them in. Police our own community, violence isn't make pretend. They riot for injustice, quiet in the next of kin. So next to them, you guilty, the streets built me. If I ain't filtered or filthy, it would probably kill me. Like, goddamn.
I wrote the same shit,
like,
brother.
Yo,
I wrote the same shit
like,
starting
you know what I mean?
at the...
and like a lot of the album, which I like, because me, I'm very, I'm picky when I listen. Like, I'll tell you the fucking truth. Like, I like my shit to be hard-bodied. Like, but I like that
introspection.
social, like, commentary shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like that, especially the way he spits it. He spits that shit with, like, passion and meaning. Like, you know what I mean? And that's what, like, fucking like it goes right into it, bro.
Well, that's like I said, the first two songs are on some grown man shit. You even talking about, if you don't take care of your kids, somebody else will. You know what I'm saying? Right. So like on some real shit. And that's some real shit right there. Like that's some real grown man shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
you
like,
said on this album there's multiple producers?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Who produced the Gil Scott track?
Gil Scott's Diary?
Yeah.
So well, it circles back.
It's my favorite beat on the album, that's why. But
okay.
Yeah.
So circles back. Remember I told you I had fell out with my man Sprezzo the puppeteer.
Okay.
Produced the whole joint. So I circled back, you know what I mean? I emailed them out of the blue one day and I was like, yo, bro, it wouldn't even be right if I put together this project and not have you on it.
Oh, shit.
So he was like, yo, bro, you know what? I love you, bro. Got you.
Dope.
And then he started sending me records, you know what I mean? And then the first, matter of fact, it was crazy because he sent me like 6 records and the first 2 records were Gil Scott's Diary and The Corner.
Okay.
Those were the, you know what I mean? Those were the first 2 records and I was like, shit, give me.
Yeah, that Gil Scott Diary shit. I was like, when I heard that, to me, you got every album should open up with a track that should be strong.
Yeah.
What should be one of the best songs on the album to me. You know what I mean? If it's not, it's got to be one of the 3.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And like that's what I look for and shit like that. And that shit came out, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that just wrote to that shit.
The reason I asked about multiple producers, there's a few songs that have vocal samples within the song, but not like vocal samples like Save the World. Vocal, almost chanting, like layered in.
Yeah.
to the beat.
That's my producer.
Was
Anu.
that he
Yeah.
did those few
Yeah,
songs?
yeah.
All right. I thought
Yeah.
that was so fire.
Yeah, he's. I'm telling you, like the dude is super dope and super talented.
And where's he from? Connecticut?
Yeah, he's from Hartford, Connecticut.
The
So,
young
yep,
kid?
Yep,
Younger kid?
Yeah, younger dude. Yeah, he's younger. Yeah, when I met him, he
Soulful
was a little
cat.
bit younger than but yeah, he's super talented.
He's got
man.
an ear for like nuance and
He
shit.
does,
Like,
and that's the craziest part about it. Like when I first heard him, because like he literally came right, and when I was doing my show that night, he had like a little beat pad, and it probably was like this big, and he's literally in the party. Now, mind you, I got people everywhere.
Beats on that little thing?
Yeah, I got.
Oh,
and
that's fucking
yo,
sick.
he's literally, because the way that it was set up, there was like it was God bless his soul, my man that let us use the location. We had it set up so we taped off all the smoke detectors. You know what I mean? It was up on the 6th floor, so literally we opened both doors and we just walking through. I had a DJ in one room, you know, pool table and all that in the other room. You know what I mean? It was just a hip hop event. Dudes are performing in this room. People were checking the vendors. So he's literally in there, and a crowd of people are around him inside of my event. He's in there just, and when I'm like, yo, this. And from there, I was like, bro, you got to come fuck with me, bro.
Yeah, that's dope,
you
though.
know,
Hell
right?
yeah.
And he's so dope. He's so super tough. Hard-headed, yeah. I know you listening, bro. You watching. You will see this. I love him.
Yeah.
That's my guy. He hard-headed, but he's so talented. You know what I mean? You can't give up on it.
And
you know what I'm saying?
when was that event?
That was probably. Jesus, I want to say maybe 20. Damn, it had to be before. It was before COVID. I know that for sure.
Wow.
2018.
Have you done more
2017?
events since
Yeah,
then?
no, honestly, I haven't. You know what I mean? Like that's what I wanted to do because that event was so successful.
Right.
I want to do it again. You know what I mean? But because my whole goal with the whole thing is to build. You know what I mean? Like at one point in time, I
Network.
network.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It was like, yo, listen, if we could do big events and stuff like that, like most people, they don't see it the way maybe that I see it. You know what I mean? Like for me, it's networking. It's like, all right, listen, yo, bro, we could build shit of our own. You know what I mean? Rather than going out, like the way that the things operate, how these guys come out here, you guys bring us out, right? You'll bring out a headliner. You'll charge local acts to go perform in front of a bunch of rappers.
Yep.
It's not an experience. It's not an opportunity.
Nope.
My whole thing is that if I put together a show, and let's just say I can get Illa G to come to Connecticut, headline a show. I'm on the bill. Couple of other guys that are super dope underground artists that are on the bill. We all in the back room. We can all network and politic, and you can talk to Illa G the same way I could talk to Illa G. That's what it's about, because those are the opportunities that were given to me. You know what I mean? So I understand the difference between an opportunity and an opportunist. You know what I mean? So me putting together shows, it's not to take from anybody. Yeah, I charge artists for shows, but do you know why? Because it's a business.
Right.
Me charging,
it's normal, yeah.
Right, but it's not even about that. I throw a show, right? Artists come, everybody beat you up in the inbox. Yo, I want to perform. Okay. $50 for your slot. All that does is lock your slot in. I'm going to give you tickets for you to sell and make your money back.
Exactly.
I'm not taking nothing from you. You can't sell 10 tickets to have 10 people come show up in the show for you.
Exactly.
Then you should probably rethink what you're doing.
Exactly.
You know
that
what I'm
means you
saying?
ain't even got 10 fans. Word.
Right. But that's going to, hopefully that should be a wake-up call. You know what I mean? Or self-reflection. Let me look in the mirror like, yo, bro, all right, I'm really not popping like I think I am. I can't sell 10 tickets to a show.
And you know,
You know what I mean?
wifey got to be one.
Right.
Probably, you know,
You gotta have
Brother,
at least
cousin.
four
Mom's-
friends that
mom's
come
a
and
pops.
do shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
For real.
Brother, cousin.
yeah, you got to have a
Mama
brother or
watching.
sister.
Yeah.
That's at least
Yeah.
three. That's 3 to 5 tickets
Right.
sold already. Damn, if you can't sell 5
But that's
more.
what I'm saying. You can't sell 10 tickets. You know what I mean? I charge you $50 and I'm giving you 10 tickets. You sell them for whatever you want to. You know what I mean? For whatever to get back in the show.
Yeah,
But
you could even make a little profit.
Right, you make a little profit. But again, like I said, it's supposed to be about building for the artist, because a lot of artists don't, or they gatekeep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's a whole nother
Yeah,
podcast
yeah,
and
yeah.
show. But you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? A lot of these guys gatekeep. You know what I mean? And it sucks because I've always been the guy like, yo, listen, I don't know how long I got here. You know what I mean? But I know I love this shit, and I know it's nothing for me to give you some wisdom of, you know, on what I've been through or what I've accomplished or what I've done or what not to do. I don't have no problem with that. What the hell am I holding on to information for? because I came up in an era where it was kind of like the same thing. You know what I mean? When I was the young guy, you know what I mean, who could really rap amongst these older dudes, and they felt some kind of way.
Yeah, they ain't
But
like
it's
that
like,
shit.
bro, I'm all for the team, and y'all are all mad because people are like, yo, that dude right there is nice.
Yeah,
So they
the
want to
young
be better,
dude.
so they're
Yeah.
gonna be
Right,
just
so
mad
now-
at
right,
somebody
now-
who's actually competing against them.
Right.
Yeah.
So a lot of the shit that I
Hate that
learned,
shit, yeah.
I had to teach myself. You know what I mean? I still, to this day, I still use Cool Edit to cut my samples up.
Shout out to Cool
We
Edit,
talk
bro.
about
Real
Yo,
talk.
that's such a classic
Right.
program.
But I taught myself. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
nobody
yeah.
would show me. I taught myself.
Damn,
Right.
yeah.
That program is actually
That's ill,
ill.
It is.
You can get a
Yo,
lot of output
bro.
from that shit.
Yeah.
Apollo Brown produces his beats in Cool Edit.
There
outta
you
here,
go.
word.
Boom.
Cool Edit's a
Go
ill,
research it. If you
That's
think
crazy.
I'm lying, go
No,
search.
no,
I'm
that's
not. I know.
crazy. Like,
especially if
I'm
they
telling you.
update, right? They
Apollo
have to
Brown's
keep
crazy.
updating,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
That shit was ill in 03.
Apollo
Exactly,
Brown
yeah.
makes his beats in
Cool Edit.
Cool Edit.
That's fire.
I
That's
use
pretty
Cool Edit.
Yeah, I gotta check that out.
You can record vocals in Cool
Yeah.
Edit.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? But I usually chop my samples because that's the crispiest that I can get my samples. Is chop. I don't chop them in Fruity Loops and shit like that. I chop
Gotcha,
them-
okay.
Right. I chop if I get samples or whatnot. I'm digging. As soon as I get it, I got it. I chop it in Cool Edit. Then I'll drag it into the. You know what I mean? So I can get it right on the money. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I taught myself a lot of stuff because guys didn't want to show. So my whole stance from the beginning was, I'm never gonna not show people if they ask. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna come find you and hold your hand and say, "Yo, bro," nah. You know what I mean? But if you ask me and you want to know, I'll do my best to give you whatever it is.
Some type of knowledge, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
What I can.
Some help, yeah. I
Right.
mean, yeah.
Like,
Drop a gem.
Did you have
people-
somebody that you came up with, like that put you on? I'm thinking maybe App.
yeah,
Was that
absolutely.
right? I figured it was him because.
Well, yeah, absolutely. You know
Right,
what I
right,
mean?
yeah.
Like real talk. Like when I wound up linking up with him because Blackistan had been my man for a long time and they were running together. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it was literally a situation where I had put out No Rhymes original freestyle over the Nas joint.
And not, yeah. The beat, yeah.
So when I did that, my DJ at the time, DJ Sabotage, he reposted it on Twitter, and then I got a hit from Knots, like literally Knots.
Producer,
Yeah.
You got the track,
Knots Raw.
the Caesars over
Yep.
there. Yeah, that's
Knots Raw inboxed me and was like, "Bro, your shit is fire. Let's work, bro." You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
Like I literally shit myself. You know what I mean? This is Knots. This is, this is Busta Rhymes, and you know what I mean? Like this dude is this is not
legend. Yeah,
right. He's a legend.
Yeah.
So for him to be like, "Yo," I'm like,
I want to work with you. Yeah.
right.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, holy shit. That's how Black Caesars came about. And then after that, the craziest story is that Where the Sidewalk Ends was supposed to be produced by Apathy.
Oh, by Apathy. Get
Yeah.
out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he was sending me joints, and in translation, I forgot what happened. I think he went on tour.
I mean, the Pharaohs or some shit at that
Yeah,
time,
a whole bunch
probably.
of shit was going on, so
Yeah.
it didn't work
Word.
out. So once that didn't work out, I literally went back into the lab and I had started working. But at the time, I had met Brandon Capone, Al Capella, and I had started building with him. But at the same time, Apathy was still reaching for me, like, bro, I know the project we were supposed to, but yo, at the same time, he's like, I got shit that I want you on, and I need you on. So he was like, yo, come to the studio, let's get it cracking. You know what I mean? And from there, I literally was out in New London and just going back and forth. I've been telling people this story because it means so much to me. At the time when I got to go with Apathy, he featured me. Well, first he featured me on Handshakes with Snakes with me and Blackistan, Blow Your Head Off.
You're going to bring up the track with OC, aren't you?
Yeah.
So, I was going to say, how did it feel to be on a track with OC?
So listen, it was crazy because like first it was Handshakes with Snakes. We did that. I was like, okay. Then he was like, yo, I'm working on an album with OC. I was already like, you don't understand. Jewel's like
yo, hell yeah, bro. To me, that's a classic.
One of my favorite albums ever.
Yeah,
bro.
hell
Yeah,
yeah.
me too. It's definitely in like my top 15.
Hell yeah.
Like it's up there, bro.
It's
So,
my
I'm
world,
like-
and I
I'm like,
won't
okay.
stop.
Yeah, bro, that drop right there is ape shit. I might tear shit up in the house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm like, so
Indeed.
I'm literally rocking. We did that, and then after that, we did. He was like, I got this joint, so he sent me Winter Winds. You know what I mean? And then when I was sitting there, I'm like, yo, shit. Like, people don't understand, like, yo, it's pressure. You know what I mean? I'm on a record with Apathy and OC. You know what I mean? So it's like, holy shit. So I'm like, oh, man. I'm like, I went into my bag and I'm like, okay. You know what I mean? So I got it done. So then when I got the record done or whatnot, it was even iller than that, because if you go through my Instagram, when we went to go up to Sirius to go meet DJ Premier, when I stepped in the building, like, DJ Premier knew who I was, bro. That shit was crazy
ill,
to
man.
me.
Yeah, that's ill.
You know what I mean?
That's my goat right there.
Yo,
so that's ill.
He was,
man.
you know,
Validation.
Literally OC, like, that dude is one of the coolest dudes ever, bro. Like, literally, we up at Sirius, like, he recorded, like, yo, yeah, like, this is a legend, you know what I'm saying? And it just felt so good because he's like, yo, you next, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, showing that love, because a lot of cats don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Right? They don't do that. You know what I mean? But from day one, Apathy, OC, these guys, yo, they be like, yo, Black, even God bless his soul, my bro. Like, they would be like, yo, you're the one, bro. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yo, in a climate of what we do, it's so hard. You know what I mean? Because I feel like on the spectrum, it's like, all right, well, dudes be like, yeah, all right, but keep you at, you know?
Yeah, you can only go so far.
Right. You know what I mean? Like, all right, you're good, but we're not going to let you do too. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I be asking myself, I'm like, yo, with all of the looks and opportunities, that like, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? But I don't ever question shit. I just do it because I love it. You know what I'm saying? And whatever happens, it happens. You know what I'm saying? And through God and His graces, I was, you know, able to, like I said, meet legends and, you know, rub shoulders with real motherfuckers. I'm in there smoking weed with DJ Premier, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
No
That's
matter
insane,
what, you
yo.
do this shit and everything, like, you're in the business, but you're still a fan. Like, you see
Right.
motherfuckers like,
Yeah,
that,
of
like,
course,
yo,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Right.
yo, it's awesome, bro.
Right.
When I first met DJ Premier, yo, I was like starstruck. I was
Yo.
just like, I'll show you the picture. I'm like, yo, I swear to God, yo, this is the GOAT to me. He, like, you know what I mean? Producing, he's the GOAT.
You don't have to say who, but have you ever, you know how they say you should never meet your heroes because you'll be disappointed and shit? You don't have to say who, but did that ever happen where you met somebody you either look up to or you fuck with really hard, and then you met them and you're like, damn, that guy's a fucking asshole, yo. I don't want to fuck with him no more.
Nah, that
never happened
to me yet. Nah.
Good, that's a good thing, man. Yeah,
that's
that's
a
a
good
thing, great thing.
Yeah, it hasn't happened to me yet. Because honestly, but I always got the mentality is that, yo, like, at the end of the day, like, motherfucker, I don't care how many songs you put together, what you did. Like, yo, we humans. We all put our pants on the same way. You know what I mean? And I'm always going to have that mentality like, yo, I'm just as good as you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, that's just gonna, you know what I mean? So that doesn't get in the way of anything or affect anything, because I know how to be humble. I came from humble beginnings. I'll always be humble. You know what I mean? I'll always give credit where it's due and respect where it's due. I'll always do that. But I'm always stand on, like, yo, I feel like I'm one of these guys too. You know what I mean? Like,
as you should.
Right, you know what I mean? So it's levels to it. You know what I mean? I think even if I met somebody and it was a jerk, all right, whatever. You know what I mean? But you don't make me shit, right? Is what Ho said.
Yeah.
So
No, like I said,
I respect it because I hear that a lot. You know, you see
I met
it
a
too.
guy like that once, and I was like a fan of.
Yeah.
And
Right.
But I was like in the crowd, and I was outside smoking a bogey, a cigarette, and he was chilling, and he walks in like he's coming in through the back door, and I was like, oh shit, didn't even know I was sitting at the back door. You know, at the side door, I'm just smoking a cigarette and shit. And I was like, yo, what's up, man? I was like, can I get a flick with you? And he was like an attitude and shit. I was just like, oh god.
Right.
I was like, man, first of all, in my head, I'm like, bro, first of all, I'll knock you the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I will definitely drop you. And I was just like,
right.
I was like, yo, you know what?
That's where the switch flips.
Because I know the way I am. Like, and I'm like, nah, bro, now I'm just a man. Now I ain't a fan no more.
Exactly, right. You ain't gonna do that
Don't
sucker
fucking
shit,
talk
right?
to me like that.
Exactly. Nah, facts.
Yo, come on, man. I just tell you. I was like, yo,
nah.
relax, bro.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, chill.
Right now, I'm not a
Fuck,
fan now.
now
bro.
I'm not a fan. Now I'm just like an enemy now. Now I'm like,
right. Now
say
I'm
something
ready,
else, please.
Right.
Like,
Now I'm ready to headbutt the shit out
yeah,
you, bro.
exactly. Like, yo, bang,
Rapper knocked out.
Damn.
Locally, man.
critical condition.
And Mike's like, yo, let me know.
That's
chill.
chill.
It ain't that serious.
Right, chill.
Like, let it go.
Yeah, fact.
Nah, yeah.
But your verse on Winter Winds was that shit though.
Thank you, appreciate it, man. Yeah, that was special, bro. Cause like literally, like it was crazy. Like when I went to go meet, cause the first time, like I had talked to OC, but I had met him. You know what I mean? So going up to Sirius with App, got to meet him. You know what I mean that day, and it was crazy because like yo, bro, I literally had nowhere to go. Like literally, my best friend, shout out James Spence, Cabby the Kid, right? Like literally when I hit him up. I'm like, bro, I got some smoke. I got $15. I was like, yo, I need to get out here to go to New London because that was the meeting point. Me in New London, then we go to the city. I'm like, yo, I gotta get out there. Yo, bro, that dude was one of the realest dudes, bro. Like, he literally, at the time, his daughter was probably like 1.5, 2. He used to work third shift. He got out of work in the morning, grabbed his daughter, right? Came all the way from where I stayed, where I was at the time. I was in New Britain, Connecticut, and he was staying in Cromwell. He got in the car, got out of work, picked his daughter up from Manchester, came all the way to pick me up, brought me out to New London so I wouldn't miss the opportunity.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
Yo,
Yeah.
real
talk,
shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Real shit.
Like, real talk. Like, he made sure that I didn't miss that opportunity, and that's my brother. Like, he don't want shit from me. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. Like, it was just like, he was like, bro, I got you.
That's
You know
dope.
what I mean?
That's
And
dope.
I didn't even know how I was going to get home from New London that night. I didn't give a fuck.
At least you got there, though.
Right.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's the main shit.
That's
that you
all.
got there.
That's all that
it.
mattered. That's all I cared about was
Yeah.
to get there. I didn't even know how I was gonna get back. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't even worried about it. Like, just the opportunity to go do that. You know what I mean? Was like one of the best things that ever happened in my life. Like,
That's
it was
dope.
just nuts. You know what I mean?
What does the mirror see? On A Wise Man once said, one of your bars is, "I'll tell you what the mirror sees."
Well, pretty much when I, you know what I mean, in that bar, it's just a reflection.
Right.
You know
I
what
was
I'm saying?
just saying, the mirror sees what you put out.
Right. You know what I mean? So in the reflection, but I'll tell you what the mirror sees. I've been tired. Stress got me feeling like I've been dying. Stranger things, upside down, missing like Will Byers. Material shit is the only thing money will buy us. Let me talk in algorithms. You allowed to listen. Teach a man to fish and he endows his children. Circle of life. A wilted flower gets resurgence with light. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just talking that real, you know what I mean? Like, hopefully, you know, people digest, understand what I'm talking about.
Dropping jewels.
Yeah, you know?
Do you suffer from sleep paralysis?
It's one of my favorite joints on the album, too. One of the
I
illest
think that's a
verses on
fire
the album,
song too. Yeah.
No.
Those drums on that song,
Crazy,
fire.
right? Yeah, nah.
It's just a title then?
Yeah.
No, because
Jay
a
does.
homie
verse,
suffers
too,
from that.
Yeah,
And
my
you know,
brother, yeah.
people suffer from
One
that.
long verse.
Yeah.
He fucking goes ape shit on that.
Yo, honestly, a lot of weird shit. Like, it inspires me too. You know what I mean? Like, with sleep paralysis, like, pretty much, like, I don't know if you guys ever seen that movie Serpent in the Rainbow from Wes Craven.
I know what you're talking about,
No,
but
I
I've
don't think I've ever
listen.
seen it.
I've seen it
Is
one
good,
time.
though? Is it worth
It's
watching?
a long
Listen,
time
I'm a
ago.
horror movie fanatic.
Me too,
Right.
but I've never
Okay.
seen that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wes Craven.
Yeah, Serpent in the
Serpent
Rainbow.
in the
Yeah.
Rainbow.
Okay. I'm going to check
Go
it out.
check it out. I'm not going
I'll
to tell
check
you
that
about
shit
it.
out as soon as I get to
So
the
when you
crib.
check it
Yeah.
out and you'll
Fire?
know what. Yeah.
I got
All
you.
right.
Man. So that's what the sleep paralysis?
Yeah, well, it was just like, cause like pretty much like the dude, like, you went over it, and I don't want to tell y'all what happened, but it pretty much
That's a horrific concept, sleep paralysis.
it is.
To be just temporarily
Yeah.
It is.
paralyzed. And,
Right.
And like basically be awake,
And
but
people
not
say
being
they
able.
hallucinate, no? They see shit?
They-
Like
yeah,
a
yeah,
demon or something?
yeah.
Yeah, but that's
That'll
what.
scare
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fuck out of me. You
Yeah.
crazy?
That verse, though, I feel like just saying a couple of bars, like lines from this fucking sleep
From
paralysis.
sleep paralysis?
joint,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, yeah.
I have to say, I'll break it up in a little bit, but you know, like sonically, I'm a novelty that rival me, but ain't too many that can rhyme with me. Every ball pinpoint shift the earth's cosmically. I'm an anomaly, a verse sighting of lightning in a bottle. If you capture it, that'll be the moment I'm sending a storm after him. Now, this is the only part I was like, I hope I got it right. My ball game, gunfights, and bar rain, like spitting bars, or am I wrong on that one? Because I couldn't catch what you said there. My ball game, gunfights, and bar rain.
And Bahrain.
Bahrain is the capital of
Got you. I thought
it's
bar,
a
like,
country
because you were talking about thunderstorm,
Bahrain?
like, you know what I mean, and then
Yeah,
the bars
yeah.
rain, like, you know what I mean. So
No,
to me,
bar
it made
rain.
sense. I was
Oh, yeah,
like,
you
okay,
can flip it.
Yeah, it's a
I'm
double
like-
entendre. Double entendre.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what. Yeah.
You
pretty
know what I'm
much.
saying? And then white lights and black holes after this poetry in motion. Niggas snap a flick. And then some of you got an asterisk. This is why I love this part. Spitting some shit somebody wrote for you. Catch you half stepping in ciphers. There's no hope for you. Marv, I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. Configuring bars lyrically that make me virtually unapproachable. I understand it's hard to hang with a god. I take a shit on the movement and wipe my ass with the stars. Like, yo, you was on some shit, like, and then God,
The moon and the stars is funny because I wrote down on God's here that you said I rode the the back of a constellation. Like that's how the verse starts. I rode the back of, and I'm just like, what?
Was like
That's
just
an
a
ill way to
scientific
start
song.
the fucking verse.
The
And
whole
then
Gahhdcast
on,
was like science to me. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Thought Jizzle was rhyming on that.
yeah,
Like,
no,
yo,
that,
nigga.
Yeah, he got
crazy.
on shit. He was
That's
he
one
was
of my
on shit.
joints too, though, man. Like I said,
Yes.
man, the album is greatness. It's a
And
great-
Valley of Death. I'm Amadeus penning the sequel,
Yes.
right? Yeah. Fire. Bang the drum on niggas like Foo Fighters on Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
I love the Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
So when I heard that, I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
Girl, I love it.
Nah,
yeah,
yeah.
man.
Full Metal Jacket. I had a
Sometimes
lot
I
of
just
fun
gotta
with.
talk. You know what I mean? Like
That's-
Yeah, that
Slick
one.
shit,
That one.
yeah.
You see,
Right.
like that's what I wanted to say too. Like on the first 2 tracks, you really get on your grown man shit. Like this is what you need to be doing at this point in your life. But then on Full Metal Jacket, you go back to what you
Yeah, I
was
gotta
when you was
revert
You
young.
always
back
gotta
to
have
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
in
to
there.
that
Like, you know what I mean?
ignorance.
I ain't forget where I'm from.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's pretty much.
I'm gonna have
what
fun
it
with
is,
this
you
shit,
know what
I
mean?
love it.
Like,
I love it.
Right,
Yeah.
let me let
That's
you little
perfect.
dudes know something, bro.
Yeah.
Before you want to throw my name in a rap, if you thinking about it,
Yeah.
think about it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
This-
just got a
this-
little bit, just a
Yeah.
heat check.
Catch these motherfuckers.
Yeah, you know what I mean? For real, that's it. Just a little heat check. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Just
He
just to let you know what I do, because these dudes know what I do. Like, not even no egotistical shit,
Yeah.
but bro, every cipher I've been in, they know what time it is. Like, that's what it is. That's what I do. That's what I live for. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
Like, let's go. I don't care. Y'all tell me whatever you want to tell me, bro. Let's get you bring everybody that you know that rap. Let's get in a cipher, bro. I'm ready to eat everybody food. That's just what I do.
Hell yeah.
That's just what
We
I
come
do.
from that time.
That's what.
You know what I
for
mean?
real.
Like if I was a rhymer, a rapper, MC, whatever, I'd be
Yeah.
rhyming like that too. Like
Real talk.
aggressive, like
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
absolutely.
But like
yeah.
at this age, I'd be rhyming, social commentary shit too,
Yeah.
shit that hurts us in the neighborhoods and all that.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I'm always gonna give you that smoke too.
That's
if you need
facts.
It. Like,
I'm
you
gonna
know
let you
what I
know,
mean? Like,
bro. Like,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Little bang, bang,
Right,
hold that
if you
shit.
need that, you can get that. But you know what I mean? I'm chilling, bro.
Dope. And you end the song, you end the album with Nights Like This, which contains a classic sample. But the title misled me because I'm thinking you're going to sample
The 5 Heartbeats.
the
Nights
5
Like
Heartbeats.
This,
Nights Like
with-
This, right?
yeah.
So I'm like, oh. But then it comes with the other sample. What's that?
Summer Madness.
Yeah,
Summer
Summer
Madness.
Madness. Cool in the
Cool in
Gang.
the Gang, yo.
Yeah. So I thought that was a dope way to end the album. What's your favorite song on the album?
Nice one.
Yeah, that's a good question,
Yeah.
man. That's a good question. But honestly, it's crazy. I go with Save the World. Like that was one of my favorite records that I wrote.
Yes.
It's definitely the first verse on that track is the best verse on the album to me.
Yes.
Thank you.
To me, yeah, and
Thank
it's up there in my top 10 of the year right now too, because my list is already
Yeah.
getting fucking done. You know what
It's
I'm
getting
saying?
crammed in
So,
there.
yeah.
It's already 500 albums.
Yeah, he's 500 albums deep
Nah.
already.
No?
Nah, it's about 3 something maybe.
I was way off.
Slacking,
I
I'm slacking.
appreciate that, man.
What's your favorite project that you've put out?
Oh man,
Go Scott.
Honestly, it would have to be Where the Sidewalk Ends for me.
I knew you were going to say that. And you said that's named after
my
a
second
book,
favorite.
right? Because
Yeah.
that title
Yeah.
sounded familiar.
That's like
to
a
me.
kid's book, right?
Right, it
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
It's
if I
like a
recall,
kid's book. Yeah.
Even
It
the
is.
cover,
Yes.
right? The
Yup.
cover and everything. Yeah.
Shel Silverstein, and it's just basically books of poetry. You know what I mean? And that's where it started for me. You know what I'm saying? In grade school and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I read a lot.
Yes.
You know what I
That's
mean?
good. Hell
And,
yeah.
and that's been since a kid. Like, rainy days I get a book and sit and and just read and shit like that. Weird stuff. I mean, whatever, call it dirty, whatever you want to, but that's just how I was
that's the
raised.
shit,
You know what I
man.
mean? So
Yeah.
it was like, with that, like that project, it just it meant a lot to me, man, because like that, you know what I mean? Like it was just a storybook, and I felt like, yo, I'm doing something different. You know what I mean? And I almost got into fights with dudes over this album, bro, because it was crazy, yo. It was nuts. Like literally, like when the project came out, so there's this kid, his name is Midas the Beast. I don't know if y'all ever
Midas
heard
the
of
Beast
him.
from Florida.
Right?
From Orlando, I think, yeah.
So
Didn't you?
Heard
Shout
one.
out to Red Eye, man. One of the first times, like second or third times I
Heard
heard
one.
the homie Red Eye put you on the
Yep,
track.
yep, Red Eye. Yep,
Actually got the CD at the crib.
yeah, that's my brother, yo. Shout out to Red Eye for real, real talk. Like, matter of fact, he still be, yo. It's crazy because yo, like that's my bro. Like he, like literally, we go, like he randomly he'll hit me in my inbox.
Yeah, that's what's up.
And send me the verses. Like, yo, how this sound, Marv? And I'm like, bro, I look up to you, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you asking me like how this sound? Like, you know what I mean?
That's
But
one of the third times I heard him on a track was on that album, my man Red Eye shit.
I
The first time I heard he was on Asylum Lifetime.
okay, yep.
I said, I'm going back to years, bro.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, you are, yep. Hell yeah.
and you know,
damn.
I was just like, all right, because it was the first time, so I was like, yo, nice, you know. But the crazy thing was, I didn't know who was who in that song,
Right.
Because that was the first time I heard that album, Asylum Lifetime, Black Flag,
Black Flag,
Rock,
yep.
and shit.
Yep.
So I didn't know who was who, but then I heard you again. I forget where it was. Another, I think it was might have been Red Eyes, but you had a Lucy with a Black Flag, Crime and Punishment, bro.
Yeah, yep.
That shit.
Yeah, yep. Crime and Punishment, yeah.
That shit was fucking brolic, that track.
Thank you,
And like
yeah.
I said, I like that hard body shit, bro. And that shit was like right up my alley.
Yeah, Black Flag, that's my brother. Like it's crazy because like the names that you naming, like yo, like at the time, I was literally it was just a circle of us. Like I missed that time so much. You know what I mean? Because more than anything, it was a brotherhood and a camaraderie. You know what I mean? Like of that, we had the Autobots. You know what I'm saying? And them dudes are fucking nuts. Like I'm talking about like as a collective because it was crazy when they heard my music. They started rocking with me. But I had already been a fan of them because to see the Autobots perform, just to see them perform live, it was like nothing that you've never seen in Connecticut, bro. They're that nasty.
Wow.
And so when I started running in that circle, you know what I mean? Just like I would go out to the barbershop because a couple of, you know, my man Manny and them, they cut hair too. You know what I mean? So I would go out to New Britain and politic. And then we just started making music together. And then in turn, you know, from... you know, Autobots. Then it was ATV, Anytime Vultures. You know what I mean? And they were at the time,
that one, man.
they were rocking with Onyx and 100 Man at the time. This is back then.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Make 'em Pay was rocking with, you know, Onyx and, you know, 100 Man, and you know, so it was like we had a whole like brotherhood. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of dudes just stopped rapping, and I was
That
just
was
like,
gonna be my
happens,
question.
though,
Are
yeah,
you the only
it
one
happens.
still making music?
Yeah, exactly. Yo.
Yeah, and you know, it's crazy because sometimes I be wanting to get on Facebook. And I just be wanting to curse them out, like, bro. Like,
Where y'all at?
Nah, for real. I want to get on there and be like, yo, y'all dudes ain't really love this shit, bro. Like, why y'all hang it up, yo? You know what I
Don't
mean?
do it on Facebook. Send them a little
Nah,
text.
but that's what I'm saying. That's, you know what I mean? I had to think about it. I'm like, nah.
Can't air 'em out
I
and
won't call
shit.
them out. Because that's the type of dude I am. Like, I be, you know, I don't, you know, this,
Or you could just put out a diss song and air 'em
this
all
small,
out.
right?
Nah, I'm joking. Don't do that.
Nah, but I, you know, like a lot of the guys, they really don't do music anymore.
Yeah.
And yo, listen,
Some
man,
people, I don't know if the right word is outgrow it, but they stop doing it.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
you know, life carries
Like
you
that.
in all
People just
different
don't see a living
directions.
sometimes for doing something, and you know.
And also,
I
like
get
he
it.
just
I know a
said,
couple people that
you
stop.
don't love that shit like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he has a different love for it.
Right.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And that's, and
Or
I
maybe
think,
they have a love too.
Absolutely.
They just not like as
yeah, and I
Devout.
don't,
out there as him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Maybe they do it at
Yeah.
home every day.
Right.
They love it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They could probably be doing it at home in the mirror and shit. Like, man, I still
Yeah.
got
And
it, but what's the point?
Right.
You know what I mean?
And-
Like, I get it, man. Like, sometimes, like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah, and that's the
what I'm
whole
saying?
thing.
That's
That's what
how
I'm
I
saying.
felt
Like, so
with-
it's like I can't be too mad at them because, like, yo, all right, I get it. But again, I also understand that life carries you in all different directions. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, shit happens, and you know what I mean? It's a lot going on.
we
You know
all
what I'm
dealt
saying?
certain cards.
Right.
And we just
Yeah.
gotta play them. You know what
Right,
I'm saying?
you know, and that's
the best
really
way
what
to
it
put it,
is. You know, like I was doing a lot of things. I had shit lined up. You know what I'm saying? And then I lost my mom, and the end of June, right?
Of this year?
Yeah, of this year. I lost my mom in the end of June. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a lot of stuff that I had lined up. It was like, yo, fuck all that, man. I don't
Yeah,
care about
yeah,
that right now.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
The vibe changes.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
when we talk.
Oh my
you know
God,
what I'm
that's
saying?
right. I remember now. Yeah,
Right.
because you hit me up in a message.
You know what I'm saying? I was just like, yo,
right,
my
yeah.
bad, because I know that I was working on a project. I know he wanted, you know, to get me on a project, and I just wanted to be transparent. You know what I'm saying? Just
Take
be-
all the time you need.
like, bro, you know what I mean? Like, I want to
know
make
that is. I've
the,
been
you know
there.
what I mean? Right.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
like, I
yeah.
want to make
Yeah.
the cut, but right now I ain't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Nah.
that's the last thing I'm thinking about. So,
of course,
again, I get it. You know what I mean? With different people, like I said, life carries you in different directions. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, you know, maybe going to get that CDL was more lucrative than, you know what I mean?
Dropping
What you
that 16.
Driving too.
Yeah.
Right. No, I'm just saying.
CDL brothers.
I'm just saying, though. No, but I'm just
Road Warriors.
I'm just saying, real talk though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Sometimes, right? Maybe it's more lucrative to go do that. You know what I mean? Because
Steady shit. You know what I mean? Like,
You know, and then again too, a lot of it is that, you know, and not my guys, but a lot of artists too is like, yo, bro, once you realize that, like, yo, maybe this ain't for you, you know what I mean, and they kind of just fade away, and I get that too, right? You know what I mean? Because everybody not gonna make it, man.
No, ain't for everybody.
Right? It's
not to be everybody be doing this shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so.
Same shit with podcasters.
Yeah, no,
Word up.
real talk.
We gonna take this shit to another level though.
Nah, this
I'm a body slam Fat Joe.
Listen, this podcast fire.
We keep it underground a lot right here.
No, real talk. This podcast is fire. I watch, I tune in, and at the end of the day, like, salute, because what y'all do, I respect it. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, man.
Like,
Appreciate you.
It's the platform. I hope that it gets even bigger than what it is for y'all, because at the end of the day, like, I respect what goes on here. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, it's honesty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that before you can do anything like that, that has to be a part of the conversation.
Yeah.
Every conversation.
Yeah.
Has to be.
Absolutely. Brother Marv, we're not going to let you go because I think you're hanging around for our Ghostface review.
Facts.
But we're going to wrap up this portion of the interview. Before we wrap up, I want everybody out there to make sure they go check out Late Nights, Early Mornings 2, the Ill Scott Files, out now. Also, make sure you go check out No Yesterday, No Tomorrow. Make sure you check out Where the Sidewalk Ends. Make sure you check out Depth Perception. These are the albums that are on Apple Music. There's more music available on the Bandcamp. There's also music available on the SoundCloud. Check out the YouTube. Follow Brother Marvalyss on IG at MarValyss. Any shout outs before we wrap up?
Make sure you're gonna listen to Marv on my album as well, B.
Yeah, definitely.
I was gonna get to that, Max Lowe. Can we give a shout out?
Hey, yo, listen, man. I want to thank you guys. I want to shout y'all out for having me on this podcast, man. Honestly, it was an honor to come out here and chop it up with the guys. I finally get to meet my guy and you guys.
Yeah, we've been chopping it up online and shit, like, so yeah.
Yeah, I definitely, I want to, shout out to everybody that taps in, that shows love, genuine support. You know what I mean? The people that I can call on when I need. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's a major important part. You know what I mean? Like, it just thanks to all and everybody. You know, because I don't know what happens. I don't know where life going to take me after this. You know what I'm saying? But I really appreciate and thank all of the people who, believe in what I do and appreciate what I do and still show love and support and show up for what I do. I thank them, because without them, I ain't,
Absolutely. Shout out to that.
Yeah, you ain't doing it.
And Brother Marvalyss will be on Get In Tune Volume 1 and dropping in September.
Shameless plug.
Max Lowe, the hip hop trucker. Make sure you check out the single out now, Road Warriors, and a new single dropping
next week on my born day on the 18th. New single coming through.
Okay. What's the name of it?
I'm gonna say it right now because it ain't gonna be out, right? My homie Napoleon the Legend. Name of the track is called Bobtail.
Shout out Napoleon.
And it's produced by my fucking cousin right here, my primo VSOP.
VSOP. IG coming soon.
Hopefully.
Coming soon.
Hopefully.
And
before we sign off, real quick, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention it. Brother Marv was mentioning a crew called the Autobots, and that reminded me that I just watched Transformers Beast Wars. And for those that haven't watched it, that shit is low-key a hip-hop movie with some Transformers in it, because the shit starts with Cream.
Yeah.
Like, they do the little Transformers intro and they beef, boom, boom, boom. And then it fades to black, and then it comes back Cream. And now we in Brooklyn, and there's a Wu-Tang poster and a Puerto Rican flag. I'm like, yo, this movie's already awesome.
I gotta check it out.
And then
is it a movie or is it
it's a movie?
It's a movie.
It's called Autobots?
Live action.
Beast Wars.
Yeah, Beast Wars.
Transformers Beast Wars.
Oh, with the Dominican dude from fucking Hamilton or whatever.
He can't be. Is he Dominican?
Or Puerto Rican?
He gotta be Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Nah, he's Dominicano.
Yeah, but he's playing a Puerto Rican.
But yeah.
But dope movie, very hip hop movie. It takes place in 1994.
Yeah.
Just had a
car
long.
lines on and shit. Right.
Yeah.
Like, man, he fucking up the car.
Yeah. And on that note, as always, chin up, chest out, carry yourself with honor, carry yourself with pride. This is the Great American Hip Hop Debate Podcast, and we out.
Peace, God.
And we'll break for like 10.